Welcome again, green and purples. Of course, we're going to focus your katas on levels for you to manage and work through. We encourage you to tune in as much as possible and even come live. Treat it like a normal class. But I realize sometimes people's schedules, it doesn't always work that way. But try to join us when we are running it live, absolutely. And of course, it is recorded, so you can play it again and again to get different pointers up. All right. Okay, so the kata I'm going to focus on today is Hen Yondan, number 4 in the kata. And this kata is designed for the first purpose, for grading purposes. So obviously for the green belts, this is something to strive towards. Purple belts, this is something you need to recap and refocus and re-energize that kata. Even though you may have passed it, I want you to encourage you to keep working it. Just as us as black belts, we're always working all our katas all the time because we need to reinforce them and make them stronger and better. Seek perfection of character. All right, so up and Yondan and your first position. So I'm going to do it very slowly the first time through and just follow along as best you can. So the first move, obviously moving into back stance. The hands will open directly and drop down. Do not slap on your lap like this. Just drop them down. So the idea is kind of a blocking motion. Head turns. As you rise your arms, I want you to think about tension like you're lifting a weight. From here, you're going to quickly pivot and rise the hands up again. Now slowly moving through this next move, which is Jujuki. Cross block low, so the hands will close here as I move forward on my front leg. Setting the block, looking ahead, always lead with your eyes in your kata movements. Then moving my foot through, cross block low. Now I always talk about this, make sure from side view, this is a low enough bar. This is not low enough because this is blocking a kick invariably. So you do want that block fairly low. All right, from here, but keeping your back straight. Now, moving through. I call it sticky hands. You're going to keep your hands together as you move through to back stance. Muro to uki. Double block. This is a double block. This is not separate. So, key is keeping your block together. So now you're going to move your weight forward. Draw the hands to your right hip. You're going to pull up that back leg from here. Outstretch the back fist. As I'm looking, I'm just looking at the camera for a second. You want to lead your eyes. Back fist, side snap kick, make sure it returns. Step out. As you step out, the hand opens. You're trying to create a target here. So notice how my hips and my stance is a bit off here. And the reason for that, I'm keeping my hip back. But as I rotate my elbow straight, then I lock into a front stance. Right? So the impact is the elbow into your left hand. Key point here, half step. So as I draw my front leg back, I want to come into the middle part of the stance. So from here, as I quickly look over my shoulder, I'm going to set my hands. I move my left leg into support position. Draw the right leg up. Back fist. Side snap. As I step out, open the hand. Again, my stance is slightly skewed. So when I rotate through, pushing off the left leg, elbow strike, and strong empty strike into my right hand. From here, we're going to block down. So when you're doing this move, the stance stays square. You're going to move your head at the same time, blocking low and covering high. This is the block high. This is like a shoto block, low. No different than a Gator Briber open hand. From here, rotating your hips. This comes around. This move might look very familiar to the senior level. This is very similar to like Konku dive feeling. So from here, this is the knife hand strike. Keep your elbow bent. So from side view, it's bent. Notice how I keep my hand flat, so it's level with the ground. So it's not like this. This is meant to straighten in the upper area. Okay? This is also to cover. From here, short my Gary, snapping kick. Notice I haven't changed my hands yet. Now quickly I'll change my hand, pressing block. This comes over top, and back fist. That's your first TI point. To watch it from side view, from here, is also a little bit different perspective. So my Gary, switch, and TI. Landing in close to that or cross leg stance. All right, so that's your first TI point. Close to that. When you're doing close to that, introduction to a different type of stance. Think like front stance, and then bring your back leg in and squeeze it so there's no space between your knees. This is a very stable position for the stance. Watch that your back foot doesn't swing up. Keep it straight back, like a rudder on a boat. Okay? All right, from here, from the TI point, you're going to pivot. And actually, when you pivot, changes to Nico Latch, cat stance. Very temporary. Then slide the front foot out. You're going to set your hands. I'll show another perspective next time around. Set your hands, wedge block, back stance. Kicking through. Between your hands. My Gary. Shoot and punch. On the same side as the kick. And then reverse hand punch. So it's a kick and a double punch. Pulling back. Again, from Nico Latch position. Slide out that front leg. Pull your elbows in. Drive the kick through your hands. Retract, punch, then punch. Then it's a quick turn from here. From front stance, you pull your hands back. Release the weight from your front leg. Put the weight back on your back leg. This allows you to shift your front leg. All right, from here, you're going to move through. Keep the hands together here. Moroso. Going to do one more time. Moving through. Sun. These all are in back stance. From here, shifting front leg. It's more like a push with your back leg. I want you to push that front leg over, grabbing your head height. This is grabbing the head. You're going to drive your knee through, called Hizagiri. Knee straight from here. This is your second TI point. Quickly set and turn. Then quickly move through. Left hand block. And go. Okay. I'm going to give you a different perspective. But let's say you saw the front part and the first part. The back is TI. So let's say from here, we're at the back is TI, the first TI point. From here. So when you turn, collect your hands. Here. Collect your hands. Then move out that front leg. In the elbows, keep your elbows nice and tight. Notice I put a bit of a wide swath on my hands, a little wider than my elbows. Not like this, and not like this. Keep your elbows in tight. You maintain your hand position as you kick through, my Gary. Then release that first punch. Then the second punch, very quickly afterwards. Then as you set up for the second combination, again, draw your hands in. Notice them back into Nico Latch. Push out. Wedge block again. Pull in, like you're grabbing something and pulling them into you. Okay? From here, or someone trying to grab, that's one of the applications. Kick through my Gary, right through the guard, and then double punch. Now, following up so we don't get too close to the camera. So from here, we're going to shift. Big thing as you get more senior level and learning how to shift your stances. So when you're learning this, I understand that's why you want to do that. Because you're thinking, I got to get my foot over there. How do I release my front leg so I can easily shift it over? Like I mentioned to you before, pull your weight back on your back leg. This will help release the pressure on your front foot, and then it's easy to slide over. But as you get more advanced, you can just push your hip, push the leg over. This is much more advanced. But when you're learning, pull your weight back That allows you to swing that leg over. Okay, so from here, again, keeping your hands tight as you're moving through Moroto. This is all Chudan level. So it's just like an inside block, augmented. Okay, then last one and 3. I'll move back a little bit so you can see me better. From here, so I'm in the back sense, so that's a third block. From here, it's the front foot. I know some of you like to shift your back foot. It's not about that. The reason is because you need to push off from your back leg. Hard to do when you do this. So your weight is back already. So the idea is pushing, thrusting your hands forward. This could be a striking action on the clavicle, obviously grabbing motion, head, hair, ears, lapel, anything like that. That's the whole principle behind it. So it's a grabbing motion, like you're doing vertical nukates, okay? Grabbing motion, not this wide, head height, head width. So from here, as you drop the hands down, toes are down. Why? Because you're actually very close to your partner, your opponent. The idea is the obstruction. So if my toes are up, it's going to catch. But if I keep my toes down, then I can focus on my knee. So from here, driving it through. Ki position. It's a ki, so you're going to hold that for a moment. Then quickly step, looking over your shoulder, like that. And then quickly through. All right. So now that gives you a perspective of the other direction. One of the other challenges, obviously, when you're watching this kata, is I'm going one direction, you're going the other, because you're supposed to be moving left first. I'm going to attempt a reverse mirror image for you, slowly, just so you get a feel for it. Okay? And more. So I'll just do it slowly. Each. Yep, just follow along with me. Just get my footing right on this one. So it's kind of difficult when you're trying to do these reverse, but this may help you out as far as getting alignment, following along. So again, kicking through, double punch, and pull, and through, kick, double punch, and I think I totally screwed that up. So that's what I mean. It's very difficult to do this reverse. So we're in that this position here. So I know what exactly I did. I went the wrong direction first. Now pull through. Kick. Double punch. It's easy to get turned around when you're trying to do a reverse. Pull. Kick. Double punch. Now Moroto. 1, 2. One more. 3. Reach out. 4. Now to your left knee. 5 ki. Up. Nice hand. And nice. We got through it. Good job. You are. Perfect. So, what we also want to do is look at a bit of a tempo change. So obviously I did it very mechanically and slow so you could follow along. But I'm going to give you a sense of what the timing should be on this kata. And I'll do it normal way because I don't know how fast I can do it opposite way. Anyways, try to follow along as best you can. And yonder. And yo. So it's a bit about tempo now. Again, this is very slow. Listen. So, don't feel bad because I'm wounded right now. And the reason why, you should always put extra effort, the best you can, maximize the movement, maximize your kime, good form. That takes energy. Okay? So it's not just walking through it. And it's easy going. It's not supposed to be that way. You should feel energized, a little breath, and you recharge quickly. All right, some points. These opening sequences can be blocking motions. If you get into a higher level kata, the kankudai, it's a modified version. This is heisho. This is still, could be an agioki blocking motion. Could also be setting up for striking. All right. Obviously, this is like cross blocking, low kick. Could also be trapping an arm. A punch and you trap the arm. Then from here, twisting it through. Right. Obviously, with the with this motion here, attacking coming from the side. So the back fist idea, when you're learning it, is really for alignment. A lot of it, it can be a strike, can be a block, but one of the very basic principles behind that back fist is to ensure posture, right? Notice how it keeps my shoulder back. Because the tendency when you're doing side snap kicks and thrust kicks is to do this kind of idea. That's very common when you're learning this stuff. So my suggestion is, when you're learning the kata itself, try to be more conscious of your body position. It's not about a high kick. Just to that level. I kicked a little high, yes I did. But the point of it is, it's about form. The hand opening and elbow strike is really to grab a head, elbow strike, grab behind the body, and strike. Okay? So that's a grabbing motion. The half step really is to reposition for balance after the first one. Okay? It's just to reposition your body, but also could be half stepping and then changing your distance of the attacker coming in. So that has multiple purposes. This obviously is like a Ginbrai, right hand block. This is like a cover. Then coming through, so you cover that kick, let's say a kick coming in, and then if a strike comes to the face, catching it. So it's like an open hand agioki, just like open hand shoden, and then this would be a strike to the face. So that idea, after you strike them, it's a short maigiri, it's not long. So the idea is to grab them, this could be a kick low, then pull down their guard, and back this is to the face. Obviously, when you're doing the turnaround from here, this idea is to maybe someone trying to grab, right? Trying to reach for you. So this covers, or trying to throw a punch, and then grab the arm and pull them back. So it has a multi-purpose through it, and then obviously combination through it. Obviously, at the end, we're doing a Maroto blocks. These are much heavier blocks than a one-arm block. So a lot of times, he can be meant to really knock a person over off their balance. And obviously, with the Hizagiri, is to grab. It can be grab. This also could be a strike to the clavicle, like this. Could be a nukate. Could be a lot of different things. Obviously, grabbing here, grabbing the head, the knee. You can imagine the impact of the knee. Solar plex, the head. It's has a lot of effect to it because it's a very heavy impact zone. As well, small fist, it's a big top of your knee. So they have a lot of different purposes behind this. I call Henyonden is like a bridge kata into kankudai. So you'll see a lot of similarities in that once you get to that point with that concept. So keep working the kata. Make sure that you practice it slow and fast. And again, practice, practice, practice. Review the kata. Join us live when you can. The key is you want to do it and treat it like it's a regular class. And I realize with timing, it's everything. So see you next class. Also.